Time now for our weekly feature.com. This is when we bring you the latest trending topics from around the world and here at home. eNCA's multimedia editor, my colleague in online, Dudu Mathebula, joining us. And I don't know if you saw the visuals, drone footage. We have to get a drone for online. Go and speak to the bosses. We want a drone in online.
Well, there is a drone in the building. I think it's just getting it. Okay,
we're going to get Dudu in the controls of a drone. Okay, now let's talk about when South Africans get onto social media, especially when it comes to the passing of well-known artists. There are some incredibly beautiful tributes and some incredibly creative people this week. We're talking about the deaths this week of Zulile Khumalo and Karabo Mokoena.
I mean, what's been outstanding, for me, when I was looking at the kind of stories that were trending on Twitter, it's basically the one Sandile Manswi, who was posing in the dock, which shocked a lot of people. I mean, he was, sentenced to about 32 years in prison, and those are quite serious charges, and it's a serious offense. But we saw him pulling out peace signs in the court, speaking to media while, after being handed down the 32-year sentence, which is quite appalling, I think, especially for family members that are in the court as well. Yeah,
the judge very scathing on femicide as well. What were people saying about his attitude and the kind of poses that he was striking? Because what is it that the kids are saying these days? Twitter has no chill. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did get it right. So, I mean, people were saying that he's obviously not showing any kind of remorse, not feeling bad about what he's done. So, I mean, they were quite happy. They were celebrating that he got 32 years. The family was quite accepting of the sentencing.
Now let's talk about musician Davido. Talk about upstaging every guy in the world. I mean, there's no Valentine's gift really that I think any gentleman is going to be able to buy anyone significant when it comes to the price tag that he's splashed out on.
Yes, I mean, this is his girlfriend Chioma. We know that she was on Big Brother Nigeria, and he's been, professing his love for her, and he finally did it, nailed it down with his Porsche, and everybody's just been dying. The men have been saying he just set the bar way too high for some of us who are just normal people.
How do you come back from that? Mine is still the heart-shaped chocolates, and those are the expensive ones that you have to buy that time of year. Thanks for ruining that for us, Davido. And then, I mean, I'm just going to say this. When it comes to Kanye West, many people love him, many people hate him, depending if you're Donald Trump or not. There are those who are going to say that every time there is a new album about to come out or an album has come out, he tends to stick his foot in his mouth. And I want to read the sentence before you tell us what he said and where this came from. You hear about slavery for 400 years. He was saying slavery is a choice. That's what he said.
Yes. And he chose those words to TMZ very carefully. He said choice. It sounds like it's a choice. Well, it's upset a lot of people, as you can imagine. I mean, this is somebody who's lost about 9 million followers and then gained a bit more once he said, he loves Trump. But now with this one, a lot of black people are just saying, really? I know there's one radio station that has just decided that they're just going to ban his music. They're not going to play it. So his album, yes, it's coming up, but chances of it playing on that radio station is not going to happen.
What was the context to it, though? Where did the comment come from? Because some will say, well, he just tends to just throw at anything that pops into his head. But there must have been some context to him saying something like that.
Well, he's the king of controversy. I think we all know that. And I mean, TMZ being the tabloid, type of publication, they called him into the studio and they were having a discussion. But when he came to this, I don't think even the people that were interviewing him were quite ready for what he said.
Okay, now this album, when does it come out? Does it talk about slavery?
Who knows? No one knows. I think it's just hyping us all up so we can just listen to it. It's a sensitive
topic, though. You have to wonder about good PR and bad PR, or maybe one will argue there's no difference. Dudu, thank you so much, and we'll chat again next week as well. eNCA's multimedia editor, Dudu Mathebula, joining us here on eNCA.